nothing beats good sportsmanship.
See something, say something. We are all a part of a community, and we all play a role in keeping our community safe. So while you're watching the match, keep an eye out for suspicious activity. Together,
the Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
If you see something, say something, and let us know.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For the safety of the players and all attendees, the Anguilla Football League requests that you refrain from standing at the rails or running in the walkways. We also remind you that spectators are not allowed to go onto the field or interrupt play in any manner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your two teams for today's match.
And welcome back to the Women's Ziggy Football Stadium right here in Rainbow City, Anguilla. And it's Friday evening football in Anguilla with our first match in a doubleheader here on a Friday as the resumption of the tournament continues. This time we will be featuring the Ducks United. They will be doing battle against the Spartans United in the first match of this evening, and we welcome you once again. We do hope that you'll take our broadcast live and lively and that you'll enjoy the proceedings as they unfold here this afternoon. And so it's good to be back with you again on this beautiful day. It's the Ducks United. They're in their gold and blue, and the Spartans FC, they are in their somewhat neon purple and blue, and it appears as though they probably will be kicking from the west to east, yes, and they are just getting themselves together. The referee in this evening encounter is Mr. Albert Burton. He's assisted by Adriana Connor, and I think that's White, the two assistant, and the fourth official is Shalicia. And just a few spectators, they're just coming in at the moment as we get set to start this match here this evening. So we entreat you to stay with us and enjoy the brand of football that will be displayed here between these two teams. The Spartans, they are still at the bottom of the table on 2 points. The Ducks United, they are in second spot, but just having played 3 games, and they have won all 3 games so far. The Attackers, they are at the moment leading on some 12 points, so far, but with I think they would have played some 6 games, and so they are, in terms of games played, points, matter of fact, accumulated from games, they are at the top of the table. But I'm so certainly sure that the Ducks United, hoping that they will continue their winning ways here this afternoon, and that they will try to do a number on the Spartans FC. Meanwhile, the Spartans FC, they will be looking to at least get their first win of this tournament here this evening. They came off of a heavy loss, a 7-0 drubbing in their last match against the defending champ, the Rowan Lions. Here we see it's Ducks United with it. The ball is with Miguel Abraham, squares to Smiles. He knocks to Michael. As I say, welcome and good evening to the voice of choice, Millington. Good evening.
Good evening, Tony, and good evening to all. It's a really cool, nice evening out here at the Irmingisha Technical Center, and we are expecting a good game, Tony. As you would have allotted, well, Spartans has 1 win in the tournament so far, and they are looking for additional points. And so this evening, coming from a 7-goal defeat from the hands of Ducks United, they will be looking for a redemption.
Yes, certainly. Yes, the Rowan Lions did beat them pretty bad after they would have played a good half in the first half against the Rowan Lions over the weekend. And I'm certainly sure that the Ducks, they are going to look to see how best they can at least build here this afternoon in taking all these 3 points. Here is Ricketts. He dribbles to his left, cuts back, beats 2 men, and finds, is that we are still awaiting the name sheet that looked like Stewie there. Yes, and here is Miguel Abrams now trying to find the player there, and he's appealing for a handball. The ball is being played into touch. Millington. Goal kick. So both Ducks United looking to string some passes. The the Spartans FC, they're looking for sure to see if they can sustain the put up that effort that they did when they played against the Rowan Lions in the first half.
Yes, indeed, and it is going to be very difficult. It is going to be difficult, Tony, for the mere fact that we know that Ricketts can shoot from distance, and that is what he's going to try to do. We see the outside the 18-yard box for a shot coming in, and so for the Ducks United, they have started, as you said very early, looking to string passes together, looking to get through that defense of the Spartans. Spartans would look to build from their back, look to stay together as much as possible to hold their defense as strong as possible. But as we saw in the Lions game, you know, when it does take one event in the game to throw everything into haywire. But Spartans will really look to get going, get some points, get some goals, you think?
Yes, certainly. And here is Ducks. They are knocking it at the back. And Michael and Passion on the far side. You've got Stat Bones over there on the far side. That looks like Marshall playing at the left back over there on the far side. It's the Spartans coming away with it as the lights are on now, and it's still Spartans, but you know, he's as if he's playing by himself there and being challenged there quickly by the Ducks United player. Here's Ducks coming away with it again. Ball is with the captain, in that's Mata, affectionately known as Mata. You see the player there in trying to find. But here is Ricketts. Nice to pass there onto the Johnny. And That was the striker there from on the right side, crossing it, and that looks like, is that Johnny who was running onto it, but the ball eluded him and going into touch for a goal kick. So in the 5th minute of play, the under siege, the Spartans could have easily gone down 1-0. I'm still trying to figure out. The replay can certainly show us what really happened there. How come that runner and the Johnny on the far side didn't latch on to that cross from the player over here? Trying to find out his number there.
Number 11.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to make out the numbers. Here is and that attack was broken down quickly. It is very difficult to pick out the Ducks United numbers because their numbers are blue, and it's a blue and a yellow short, and most of the number is on the blue side of the short. It's really very difficult to pick out their numbers.
Certainly not well designed at all. But as soon as we get the team sheet from administrative section, we will certainly be able to punch those numbers and let you know what is going on. But like I was saying, Millington, it was a good through pass there by the Ducks United there, but not being able to capitalize. And bad luck there to the number 25 player there for Spartans. They were on the move, but he slipped and they lost position. But they have been playing very hard here this afternoon. Here is the chip coming over. Johnny control and a shot on goal, but over the bar. No damage there to the goalkeeper, but good effort there, Millie.
Again, Ducks United, we are just in the 7th minute, and they have created 3 clear-cut chances. They could have easily been 2 goals up. And so, as I was saying, what Spartans tried against Lions, it will not work against Ducks, because especially when we look at who's playing the midfield, Ricketts, who is playing the midfield, is very versatile. And so it is hard to keep him down. What we saw in the Lions game, it was a case where Lions was using their wings to attack, and so Spartans were defending well. But now we notice that they are being exposed in such a way, because Ricketts, while trying to keep Ricketts still, Ricketts is not the only player that you have to watch, because Ricketts is getting through the middle and then he's letting the ball fly through the wings.
Yeah, is Ricketts pushes further to the left, finds Chewy, who partial cut back, but still under siege, and nicely cleared there by the number 6 player there for the Spartans. We are still in the early stage. It's 0-0. And while the Ducks United would see themselves with at least 2 clear-cut chances, it's the Spartans. They're still trying to hold on and make sure that they keep the team sheet as clean as possible for as long as possible. Here's Ducks United. They cut back nicely there by Ricketts, and shot coming in, but blocked. Abraham to Ricketts, who finds the captain. It's McIntyre. And here is Michael trying to find Smiles, but not getting the pass directed. I've been challenged and hound there and had to rush that one, and by so doing, knocking it into touch for throwing there to the Spartans.
Yes, and Spartans will be well advised to defend a little higher, because if you notice where they are defending, they are in their game against Lions. That was one of their downfall, in that they were defending very deep, and this is problems here. Oh, very lucky for Spartans there again. as I was saying, their defensive line, at one time they were defending deep within their 18-yard box. And so when you crowd the goalkeeper, it is almost impossible for him to see the ball.
Yes, at that point I thought the goalkeeper had a good judge of the flight of the ball and was coming, but for some reason hesitated, stood his ground, and that could have easily spelled trouble for him. But he is not out of the woods. It's a free kick, just about some 12 yards, 12, 13 yards from the 18 yards, a half circle on the top of the 18-yard box. Here is Abraham, up and over, not getting it dropped as well as he would like. Getting it on goal, but for some reason, the weight in which the ball needed to come down didn't have that on it, and so it's goal kicks are taken quickly there by the Spartans. They're still trying to string some passes together and pushing forward. If they can do that, they can get a chance, because Ducks always give you that little opportunity at the back. So it would behoove them not to be on the back foot too often, but try to score. Here's a nice true pass. Here's Stewie, and meet and drink for the goalkeeper partially, and they cleared their way there by Jason. It's with Michael, finds wickets to McIntyre. He looks and dribbles further afield, trying to find Johnny, who's challenged closely there. Still with Johnny, loses out there to the Spartans, number 20. He squares back. Nice move from Jason, and blocked goal kick.
Yes, Tony, is the football continue to be on the rise. Copa America final. Who do you have for that one, Tony?
Well, I think Brazil has gotten the better of Argentina for the past couple of years, and I am certainly sure that Lionel Messi will want to take this one away, but it's going to be pretty much interesting. They are playing in Brazil, and you know how that could be home advantage. But I think it's going to be a good game, and we'll see who will win. I wouldn't pick as yet.
Well, two of my favorite teams. One.
Okay.
Euro 2021.
Euro 2021. That's going to be an interesting match as well.
England, Italy.
Two well-balanced team. England has been playing some good football and are really searching for that elusive, coveted title since they would have won in 1966, their last major competition. Have been in and around, but this is the first time they have gone all the way to the finals, and we will see. But interesting call there. But the player there just was challenged earlier, and I think if he had stayed down, he could have gotten the call. But what happened is that the two players came and crowded him out, and he lost possession and thought probably he would have gotten a kick to it. But there's a shot by Ricketts, nice rasping shot, but the goalkeeper is equal to the task. And in Carty, he's equal to the task. He's been watched by his peers, his sister, and they have come to support him, so that's good. And good first save there. I'm certainly sure he will be happy to get that under his belt. But Millington, the play, what were your thoughts on the play?
Well, what initially it was a touch, too soft a touch to be given a penalty. If it was outside of the box, it may have been a free kick. The second one, though, had he gone down, it would have been interesting, because it was clearly a foul. It was clearly a foul. And so, again, I think it was a a ticklish one, he stayed on his feet. And I think that is what would have swayed the umpire, the referee, not to have given the penalty.
Well, you see,
because he stayed on his feet, and in the end, there was no call.
well, which was I commend him for staying on his feet, because normally Sterling would have gone down for sure. You said too light a touch. That touch that got the penalty, that Harry Kane followed up from the rebound and scored, that was a very light touch, even lighter than that one.
But
So,
but you see, it's what happened, because Sterling, he stumbled forward. He went on his fours. He may not have gone down right down, but he went on his fours. And so, at the end of the day, the referee saw that and gave the penalty. But as I said, clearly the player just stopped playing. And so the referee, not the lines, gave any call.
Well, here's Dox again. Here's Abrams, who just picked up that knock and loses out this time because two players from the Spartans crowded. And here's a nice pass, but I almost thought that Darius Lantern there in the goal had waited too long to collect the ball.
But I really, from my vantage point, it very well looked like an offside position. He looked like he was ahead of the two defenders.
Well, the linesman over there on the far side in the referee's assistant, that is, because they are no longer called linesmen like in olden days, but the referee's assistant over there in corner saw it otherwise. Here's Ricketts though, finding that's Gishard. Gishard looks further to Steve, who trying to chip the ball over, but only as far as the head as a Spartans player, but and some pressure in and wanting the ball back. Here is Ricketts shifting and dribbling. Marshall trying to get away from the player, but they stripped there and he is down out of his position. And here is Spartans. They're trying to mount an attack. Spartans mounting an attack. Not a good pass at all. Giving it away. And I think some attention is going to be given to the player there who picked up that knock, Marshall. He is still down for the count. But good opportunity wasted there by the Spartans, merely.
Yes, it was a good development. It was a promising run, but the final touch there, Tony, was absolutely a naughty one, and so in the end they lost the ball. But that really, they had an opportunity to get closer to the 18-yard box and to challenge Lantern for maybe just the first time, we could say, for the evening.
Yeah, and certainly not a good pass. The pass passed it straight to the Docks player, and they were away. Here is Stewie, finds McIntyre, who finds, is that Miguel. Miguel cuts back, trying to cut back from the byline, but the defenders equal to the task, right in position, and was able to clear that one. Good defense there.
Senior man on the team, Kivoy Lake, really standing up front, standing stout. The central defender for Spartans. Spartans, one of the younger team.
Very young.
In this
young,
tournament. Yes. They are 90%, 85% school kids.
Yes. Just need to temper their mindset a bit and their enthusiasm when it comes to playing the ball, and I thought that pass should have gone back to the defense, but here is Docks United. Austin trying to find,
and that could be a penalty. That could be a penalty.
It seems as though it's outside the box.
He was hitting outside the box. He was hit outside the box, and
certainly outside the box.
Free kick. Yes, just outside the box.
They'll have to be very careful because that player they're playing on the right side of midfield, the striking portion for Docks United. He's very speedy, and so they'll have to be very, very careful in the way that they put their challenge in Millie.
Yes.
This is still danger for the.
This is dangerous. It is. It's the danger man. It's the rocket. It's Rocket Ricketts who's going to be taking this free kick.
Perfect.
And what a position. It's a position
for left
that
footer.
all he has to do is find that right corner.
Perfect position for a left footer. I think the goalkeeper can come just maybe a step. Yeah, a step.
Oh, he was aiming for that. Didn't call enough. And from my point of view, though, the goalkeeper would have taken up the position. And so what he had to do was to look to call it over the wall, to his near corner.
Yes, but the Spartans live to fight on. We are heading past into the 21st minute of play. Still 0-0. Both teams, most of the play being dominated by the Ducks United so far. They being the superior team, but the Spartans, they have held their own and have kept a clean sheet so far. Here is Austin. He looks up and not sure where he was trying to pass there, because he passed it right in the middle of two Spartans player. But here's Ricketts coming up again. Abraham trying to find Ricketts. This time this ball is cleared into touch for a throw in there right in front of us for Ducks United. So Ducks, they're still trying to push the game to get the opening goal that they are looking for. Not finding it as yet. Been very, very close. Here's Ricketts. Shot and goal, and diving to his left and collecting cleanly is the keeper there. No damage, Millie.
Yes, very easily too. Not the best of Ricketts there at all. And the keeper did his cleaning up job very easily.
It's their first game back, really playing competitive since the break. And I'm certainly sure they are all anxious to get things going. And so everything is not spinning as well as they will be, as they would like.
Indeed. But it's still Ducks with the ball, and there is going to be an early substitution in the 22nd minute of play. There is going to be a substitution for the Spartans. A very early substitution by Coach Hodge.
Was lied, speeding down the line, but well defended there by Smiles, putting that one into touch for a throw-in as the Spartans, as they look to mount an attack here on the Ducks United goal. That seems to be an infringement so there for handball.
Rogers is going to be coming in, and who is he going to be coming in for?
Number 20.
Numbers. Yes.
Not is that is that a tactical change, or just trying to get a more senior player on? You think?
Well,
because I thought they were holding their own.
And that's an offside.
I think that could be close. That could be close. I certainly like to look at that one again.
Yes. Very close call, nonetheless. Call.
Yes, as I was saying, I'm not too sure whether Coach Van Persie would want to bring on a more experienced player to play against the Ducks United. Because if the player was not injured, I think they could have tried and, hold that substitute for a little bit, because the scores are even. I'm not seeing the Ducks being as threatening as they can be, but the coach decided to bring on one of the more senior players, and yes, he's away, but. That's football. I'm certainly not going to get that call. Here is Ducks United. Michael Ferguson to Steve. Trying to, again, not getting his passes as crisp as he would like at all. Ricketts deeper into his half. Here is a ball coming over. Running onto it is the player. Well defended there by Lloyd.
Spartans holding their own so far.
Finally cleared there by the defender. Yes, certainly. Still waiting on my team sheet from the technical director. Here is Ducks United. Ricketts dribbling and treading the nail. This could be dangerous, but I...
took too long. I think it took too long.
Took too long, and ball was going away from the goal and allowing the defender to really get to get in the path of where he was trying to place it and able to block it into a corner for a corner kick there to the Ducks United.
Because he had players in the middle waiting. He had players waiting, and hence I'm not sure why he took that long. Because he was getting to a very acute angle. He was getting to an acute angle, and hence it would have been very difficult for him to shoot from that side as well.
Yeah, corner kick taken, but not poorly and declared there. I think what happened is that because of his body position and where the ball was coming through, he had to set himself so that he can actually get the cross in. Here we see cross coming, headed away, and the shot coming through from goal there is that from Marshall, and no damage there to the keeper. So I think because of his positioning, he was not able to really direct the pass across to the other players who was there waiting.
In the 27th minute of play, it's still 0-0. 27th minute of play. Ducks United 0. Spartans 0.
Here is Ducks United, and Stewie trying to dribble down the line, but cleared into touch, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Spartans. So holding their own, they're into the 27th minute in similar situation as to where they were in their first match. And Ducks United, they're still searching for that opening goal to set them on their way, but I've gotten some resistance from the Spartans FC so far.
It's just about this time when the penalty was awarded to Lions, when everything went downhill for the Spartans.
Yes, so
the 26th or so minute. Yes.
But what you have noticed is that the more the score stays at 0-0, the more confidence that the Spartans are gaining. And here is Johnny trying to control but not getting through. Jason trying to clear. There's Austin to McIntyre. Goes for the left. Is Passion to Marshall. Marshall finds that Stewie, but
what was he looking for? He had the ball. All he had to do was to take the ball closer to the line and wait for help if he wanted help. Even before he controlled the ball, he was looking around, waiting and looking for whom.
Well, here is Darius. Squares to Passion. Passion trying to find Marshall, but cut out there by the Spartans player. And there's still some tussling going, but that one is going to run into touch for a goal kick there to the Ducks United.
Game awareness is what I think Spartans right now is lacking. What is going on in the 18-yard area? When the player got the ball on the right flank, the goalkeeper was somewhere around the penalty area. And it could not have hurt him to shoot for goal because the goalkeeper was way out of his area. He was around the penalty area. The goal was open, and all he had to do was to shoot.
Ricketts trying to work a 1-2 there, but not getting on the return pass as he was cleared there by the defender. And here is an infringement. The Ducks United are looking a little bit, frustrated, not being able to string as many passes going forward and releasing that killer pass that can see them opening the scoring. The Spartans, they have defended well. Here is a big kick over Lloyd. No, not going to catch that one.
You think your fellow man is going to get a play today?
My fellow man, if he's going to get a play today, who's that?
And that is none other than Minute.
A minute, man. Well, we wait and see. Here is the Ducks United. And a true ball, but well read there, and an offside flag going up as well. And referee Burton has not acknowledged, but I think that has gone now. Here is Austin, all the way back to Michael Ferguson, who dribbles further forward and chips the ball, but the goalkeeper there in Carter is going to be equal to the task. And
I also think, Tony, that it was a very tight call. That offside call was a very tight call. The assistant is in the best position, but I think it was a very tight call. I would love to see the replay on that one.
Well, here is Ducks United again trying to mount the attack, but too heavy a touch, heavier pass forward for the player there in Abrahams, not being able to latch onto it. Clearance here, but the diminutive Lloyd is certainly not going to reach that one.
What you saw there is that when the ball was actually played over the top, he was just about equal or behind the back. When he received the ball, he was way ahead, and so it was a very tight call. Nonetheless, he's in the best position. And so he would have flagged an offside, but nothing coming of it.
Shot on goal there from Miguel, but the keeper equal to the task. But what I think the Ducks United will certainly need to do is, not the game is 90 minutes. Yes, they would like to get a goal and get it quickly, but I think they are at the moment too anxious and they are rushing, and so the fluidity of the football is not being played out because they're trying to rush to get that open goal. You will see a pass come in there, picked up the two, he goes further wide too, but cleared there by the player. Here is McIntyre, picks up and chips downfield, but is going to be cut out there again. Here is Spartans now, they're trying to get on the break, but ball cut out there by McIntyre. He comes further into midfield there to Ricketts. Ricketts to Gishard. Gishard trying to chip the ball over, and but the goalkeeper coming and missing there was from the boot of the Ducks United player, but it's still Ducks United. The ball is with Abraham. Here is Gishard. Shot at goal, but this one is way wide.
And had that ball scored from that shot, the defender would have been to blame because he had the ball to clear, and a very soft pass gave the ball away and allowed the Duck United to create another attack.
It seems as though it took a deflection, and so it's a corner kick there to Ducks United on the far side. We are into the 34th minute of play, still 0-0 here at the Raymond Igisha Stadium. Here's the corner coming up. But heads going up and cleared there only as far as Austin, who's been robbed there by Lloyd, and Lloyd is on the way. He looks up, nice square on the inside to, is that number 16? And he chips over to find Lloyd again. This could be, here's Lloyd. good patience, trying to find a one to his number 16. But Michael, using all his experience, coming away with it, passes to Miguel Abraham, who dribbles past the man and dribbles past number 17, squares across. Johnny not equal to the task and cleared, but only as far as the boot of Austin. Is that the player there again trying to back heel? These are some of the tricks there that they usually play in practice that's been bearing out in the game there. And still Ducks United with possession and controlling majority of the possession here this afternoon, but not a goal to show for it. This time the goalkeeper collects from that chip pass there, and he is taking his time. We're into the 36th minute of play, still 0-0 Millington.
Yes, indeed, still 0-0, and the Spartans will be feeling very good of themselves, giving a very good account of themselves thus far. Some 36 minutes into the first half, and Ducks United are yet to open their account. I remember hearing the Minuteman saying that they will give Spartans more than Lions gave Spartans. Well, it's still a lot of football to play. Yet to open their account is Ducks United.
What the Spartans are doing very well is that they're setting a line, and so they are asking the forward players for the Ducks United as well to not only look for the pass, but to think and to focus on their positioning, because they are very, they can be called for offside. Here you see a corner kick taken quickly to Ricketts. And good clearance there, good save there, punch away by the goalkeeper there in goal, but it's still not out of danger. Miguel Abrams trying to dribble and dribbling taking too long and being hounded and loses there, but given away is but you see some slipping going on there. Here is Ricketts trying to find the Jonathan, the striker, headed away. Here is Spartans, but giving it away easily. Ricketts again, and this time he goes for the field, and that's going to be offside for sure.
Well, the central defender in Lake is ensuring that he is marshalling his troops as well. And in that play, Tony, you could be seeing nothing else but that selfish play. He had a man waiting on the outside, waiting for the ball, and he came back into traffic and then lost the ball when there was a player waiting for the ball on the wing.
So it's still 0-0. We're into the 38th minute of play. Cut out there by Thomas and boots the ball upfield. Here is the player there in Ferguson, but not a good pass there at all. Idea was good, but the pass was not as good as the idea. Here is the Spartans FC. Good coverage there by Lloyd, coming back and clearing. Here's Abraham now to Austin. He looks up again and again. I think I've counted about 4 or 5 passes that he's trying to pass going through that way, and all of them has gone directly to a Spartans player.
Well, I'm not sure what is going on with Austin today, but that is not the Austin that we've seen, that we have come to know. He has looked very sloppy so far for the day.
Well, he good judgment there by the goalkeeper.
His passes has been very, very sloppy. I'm not sure why he's trying to go through the traffic, because there is a bunch of defenders in that area, and he's yet trying to go through there. And every time that he has gone through there, he has lost the ball.
Right, but why? But he's going through too low. Here is the goal kick taken only as far as Miguel, who is hounded, and That's Rogers there, number 7. And just a little nudge in the back, and Barton equal to the task. But here the free kick taken quickly. Still Dock United. Here is the Spartans. They're trying to come away from their defensive third, but it's Ducks United. Nice through ball. The goalkeeper reading well. He's looking very sharp this evening. It's the best I've seen him look for quite a while, and he has really kept the Spartans in this game today.
Yes, so far he has really looked well. Looked much better than we saw him against Lions. I'm not sure if it was a lack of game time in the middle, but he has really looked different. Far superior keeper than what we saw in the last encounter.
Here is Spartans coming away with it. Rogers, he's speedy as well. Challenge here by McIntyre, and it's going to be a throw in there. Here's Ricketts. He's been hounded and challenged here by the number 8 player and fouled. But Spartans, they're not giving anything away at all. Here is a true pass. The goalkeeper is reading well and reading off his line well, coming and collecting nicely as we head closer to halftime. Millie, still they have passed their previous work in the score line in their last match. It's 0-0.
Yes, and you know. Indeed, the Ducks has enjoyed the better of the possession, but indeed they have nothing to show for it.
I think they're certainly too anxious. They want things to happen before it's time, and the way how they started, it started off nice and flowing, playing some good flowing football, but as the half, get deeper into the time, they have not been as crisp as we would like them to be. We've seen on a number of occasions some individual plays as well, some errant passes and so forth, and so they have not been what we know they can be. And I'm certainly sure it's I'm saying they're trying too hard to get that opening goal.
If this Ducks United shows up, shows up against Lions, they don't have a chance.
Well, you might call me, but I really think it doesn't matter which Duck show up.
Because I'm telling you, what I saw earlier in the season, Ducks look a team to compete with. They really looked a well-drilled oil machine early in the tournament. Coming back here today, I'm not sure if it is a good time to judge them, but from what I'm seeing here, because likewise, Lions looked really flat in their first half. We saw the likes of Capel coming on in the second half and changed the whole outlook of that game in Lions game. Here, I'm not sure who's going to change the outlook of what Ducks look like.
Well, they've got Ricketts, they've got McIntyre, they've got Abrams, you've got Johnny, striker. And so they've got players out there who can affect the change. But all I'm saying is that I think they are trying a little too hard to get it right away, and because of that, it's taking away from their play. But like I was saying to you, it doesn't matter which Duck shows up, as long as Lions play the way they're accustomed to play. It's hard for any team to really beat them. That's not being biased.
That's not being biased. I agree with you. That's not being biased. That's speaking from within the camp of Lions.
No, I'm telling you, it's just fact.
I expected nothing different, Tony.
It's just fact.
Speaking, but this is a good kick.
I don't think...
Well. Lantern beaten all, and very fortunate the Ducks United enjoying possession play in the 45th minute of play, almost conceded.
Yes, that's the closest we have come to at least on the opening goal here. Not to show this could be dangerous, but Lloyd, good work from Lloyd. Really good work from Lloyd. He really deserves a hand clap for that as well. Really sticking to the task and was able to not only upend the forward movement of the player, but was able to come away with it as well. Here is Ricketts trying to find Stewie on the far end. Does so, but it's going to be a goal kick as we wait to see how much time we will receive.
But I think for Lloyd, 1 minute. I don't think we're going to get more than 1 minute because there wasn't actually any stoppages per se. Players went down, there wasn't any stoppages. Can't get more than one. In that play, it could have been dangerous for Spartans because I think it was a bit of a poor communication as we see Ducks on the attack. What we saw there was Lloyd was calling his goalkeeper, but his goalkeeper was very tentative because the ball wasn't running from the feet of Lloyd. It was really on the feet of Lloyd, but in the end he was able to clear it effectively.
Yeah, really stood his ground. It's a corner kick. The final minute have been the time, and this is going to certainly be the final whistle here.
Another corner kick.
Is it another corner? Yes, but go back to that free kick that almost beat Lantern just a while ago. I'm not too sure whether or not he knew his position, but certainly it could have really been an embarrassing moment for him, really, because that was from some distance out.
He had absolutely no chance. Height would what?
Nicely cleared there.
Could have been dangerous.
That should be the
That's
final
a final whistle. Yes. That's the final whistle. Tony, on that free kick, again, Lantern was beaten. He was in the middle of the net. He was beaten all ends up. The only thing that could have saved him was a little height, and he didn't have that on his side. In the end, it all ended well. Spartans will definitely be the more happier team. Spartans will be the more happier team going into halftime.
Yes, it's 0-0, and they can feel proud of their accomplishment for this first half. And I'm certainly sure that they'll look to build on the second half, the second 45 minutes coming. But I'm certainly sure that Coach Ben is going to really try to see how best he can regroup and to instill in his players to just take it easy and let the game come, and so that they can receive that elusive goal. So until we join you in about 10 to 15 minutes, we do hope that you've enjoyed the first half, and we look forward to bringing you more entertainment. Remember, it's a double header. After this game, we have another match at 8:30, and stick and stay with us for more lovely football right here at the Wayman Igishad Stadium.
Indeed. Good night and welcome back to the Raymond Gisha Technical Center. It's the commencement of the second half, and it's still for those persons who are just joining us. We welcome you on board. It is Ducks United taking on Spartans. Spartans kicking from left to right and from right to left. It's Ducks United. It's 0-0 going into the second half. Yes, you're hearing it right. 0-0. Spartans holding their own in the first half, and it's taken a 0-0 draw into the second half. So the really must be feeling better, giving a good account of themselves in the first half. And it was Spartans FC as welcome the man back into the hot seat. It's Tony who is going to be carrying us live.
Thank you, Millington, and we're already into the second portion of this game. Still 0-0. Ducks United trying to continue their winning ways. They are in second place with 9 points. They have started off a little bit more circumspect, not rushing as they started. Here is a pass from Austin, and weak shot on goal, cleared there by the Spartans. Nice pass back. Here is Lloyd trying to find the player over there on the left side, but only as far as the boot as Michael. And what you notice is that Smiles is playing further upfield, and to just give them some width, almost as if they're playing with three at the back. But here is Ricketts, been challenged there by Spartans player defender there. Cuts back, dribbles past one, and finds Johnny, who miscontrols, and the ball is being cleared upfield. As far as the head of that's Michael. Cleaning up at the back is Passion. Here is Ducks trying to mount an attack, but cut out there nicely. It's Lloyd. Still Lloyd. Speeding down the left, and it's going to be a throw in there to the Ducks United. So still early days yet in the second half. Here is trying to find the player running through there, but only as far as the head of Passion, who's tosses it out to Marshall. Marshall finds Johnny, back to Marshall, and further wide to Smiles. Smiles is pushing forward and finding. Yeah, it's a square back pass. Was that Miguel? Yes, but not being able to capitalize on that one, Millington.
Well, that one came straight across the face of net, and for a moment I thought it was into the back of the net. And Spartans live to fight another day.
Here is Abrams trying to thread the needle, but
now he's
finally,
on that occasion,
finally,
in the 50th minute of play, finally, the opening goal coming in the 50th minute of play, goal number 1.
And it came from some nice build-up there by the Ducks players, Miguel threading the needle. The goalkeeper did save, and but the defenders were all at sea, not able to clear. And what you will term a very easy tap in there for the player there for goal number 1. So Off the mark, it's the Ducks United, and a good goal to get early on in the second of the early minutes of the second half.
Yes, well, someone told me at half time that the score is going to be 4-0. 4-0 at full time. We'll see. As we see Spartans, it's Lloyd who has been the workhorse so far for the Spartans. Lloyd, you find him everywhere, it seems. As we see that. Opportunity here. Oh.
That one looked close. I'm not too sure the player started running before the ball was kicked. It was good to see. He looks like he is on. But
very tight call,
yeah.
Tony. Very tight call.
So Ducks United now, they're looking to push things here quickly. Here is... I'm trying to get some light here.
Well, Thomas has to be careful there because this is about the third time the referee is having a conversation with him, and so he can count himself lucky not to have gotten a yellow card there, and the referee going over and having a conversation with him again, and Thomas George has to be mindful. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to come off the boot of the Rocket Ricketts. That was heading goalwards. It came off Smiles. It was heading goalwards, and it was the man Smiles that was in the way.
Yes, well worked free kick there, Millington. Coming back on the 18-yard box to Miguel, and he had a good shot, almost like the one we saw the Reed scored. But here is Ricketts, finds Miguel, and there's a shot and goal.
Oh, off the post and easily tapped in. Easily tapped in. The shot off the post, and
Johnson.
You can't ask for anything easier. Johnson making it 2-0 in the third minute of play.
Yes. And you could say unlucky. Good shot from Miguel though. Beat the keeper, but the pole, as the goalkeeper's best friend, was in the way. But good follow through there by Johnson, and had an empty net to tap into for goal number 2. So they're off and running. Maybe they might get more than 4, Millie.
Well, and they're off and running very early in the second half.
We just played some.
There is going to be a substitution.
Yes.
It's the number 11, Devante Richardson. Devante Richardson is going to be making his way on, and it's the number 24. Number 24, that is Tigral Louis, who has given away. Seemed to be running with a limp. But I've had his fair share and given way to Devante Richardson. A more imposing figure of Richardson. So it's 2-0. Here's an opportunity. Johnny just put the back on. He's to see how and on the crossbar.
The crossbar winning out. And
Crossbar standing up well. Could have easily been 3-0.
Just in case you've joined us just now, the Ducks team sees number 10, Miguel Abraham, number 18, Steve Austin, number 2, Ashton Dumas, number 13, Michael Ferguson, number 12, Jonathan Gishard, number 11, one of the goal scorers, Tajay Johnson, number 1 in goal, Darius Lanton, number 17, DeAndre Marshall, number 7, Akeem McIntyre, number 8, Stuart Murray, and rounding out the list of players is the diminutive and the central midfield player, Jermaine Ricketts, number 16. Good move there from Johnny, getting away and squaring, but the goalkeeper.
Just too close to the keeper.
Yes, good collect there by the keeper, who is not looking depressed that 2 goals would have passed him. I don't think he had any chance absolutely in stopping those goals. And so he can say, but here we see the fast player there running on, and Darius had to clear feverishly. And here is Steve Austin. Beats one, cuts inside to find, is that Ricketts? Here's Ricketts dribbling to his left. He looks up and as if to take a shot. And here's a shot and goal, but one blocked. And Ricketts, number 16, still with it. Trying to go through 2 players, not getting that work this time. And
well, that ball was blocked by Johnny. It came straight off the body of Johnny. Johnny was looking to get out of the way, but the shot came in, and in the end, fortunate to would have gotten it back and winning himself a corner. I will give you the lineup for the Spartans. Spartans seeing number 16, Akamel Rogers, number 10, Giovanni Richards, number 17, Jaheim Lynch, number 24. As we see, corner coming in, and what a great that's great defending, finding himself right on the line and able to clear the ball off the line. Well, the goalkeeper was nowhere there, reckoning it was a defender who cleared it off the line, and they live to fight another day.
Here's Abraham to Johnson, who that one goes into touch.
Yes, to finish off the lineup for the Spartans, Kevoy Lake, number 2, Javon Lloyd, number 8, number 24, who that's Tyrell, but he has since been substituted.
It's a corner kick, heads going up, and it's going to be an infringement, but we see it appears as if a Ducks player would have picked up a knock. He's rolling there in agony.
To finish the lineup there before you go, Tony, Decoy Brooks, number 20, number 1, Darian Carty in goal, Sadiq Emmanuel, number 28, and number 6 is Thomas George. Khalik Julius is the number 25. So we have since seen, as you heard, that Tagrell, he has been substituted by the number 11. That's Devante Richardson. And we had an early substitution in the 21st minute of play. And so the Ducks player there, and that's the captain there who remains down. Tony, in the 60th minute of play, it's 2-0.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie, so must have really picked up good knock, but he's walking off the field, looking okay. It's the Ducks United 2-0. We are into the 60th minute. and they have opened their account here and are with a position to take all 3 points here this evening. In our first match, remember, coming up shortly, we'll have game number 2. The Uprising, they'll be doing battle against the Enforcers. And I'm sure both teams will be looking to get back on winning ways. Here is Ricketts finding Marshall, number 17. Marshall trying to tread the needle there to Abrahams, but cut out and blocked. He's all the way back with Passion. Squares to Ferguson. Ferguson's further to his right to Austin. Here is Austin. As he drifts further. And I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but as if he was trying to find a player, but right into the hands of the keepers, who boots the ball upfield. And we're going to see another substitute from the Spartans FC. Here is Rogers, and he's going to be called because he has shown his studs, Millie.
Yes. So the substitution comes now. It's the number 23 who is making his way onto the playing surface, and that is maybe Tony can tell us who that number 23 is, because from our team sheet there is a no number 23. That looks like Tamarcus Connor. Yes, that looks like Tamarcus Connor, and it was Brooks who gave way all year for Rogers, and a while ago we see the number 25 in Khalik Julius giving way to Tamarcus Connor.
Well, it's 2-0 in favor of the Ducks United. We're heading into the 63rd minute of play. And Ducks have scored 2 goals in the second half, but not the lot of excitement and intensity that we saw came with the first half, Millington.
Indeed not. And what we are seeing now, as we hear the roar from the crowd, is that a number of persons are here, not for Ducks United at all. They are supporting the younger team,
yes,
which is Spartans.
And a good number, Millie, on a Friday evening. Good crowd in to see these two teams as well. And player going down, and some treatment has been called on. The physiotherapist, they have been called onto the field. But I was telling one of some of the guys on the outside, it's kind of interesting as to why the Ducks players put uniforms on, because they really get
I'm not sure, because if they will take a cue from what transpired in the first game, when we were looking at half time, when we were thinking that lesser players I'm not talking down like of the minute man who we know and have seen over the time, but persons like the Minuteman, we were expecting to really get a run in that first encounter, and it did not happen. And so I'm not sure if in games like these you're really going to see much of a substitution.
One of their pet peeves was that they is that the coach in that of Ben, he really makes substitute. Now we are some 65 minutes and counting into this match. The team is leading 2-0. I'm certainly sure there are capable players there who are on the bench who can withstand and hold this Spartan team to a nil advantage. And so we will wait and see whether or not those players who are on the bench will indeed, in fact, get a game.
Yes, Richards is being aided off the field by a dark player, and I'm not sure if he will be able to. Yeah, substitution. Substitution. He will not be able to continue.
He doesn't look good at all. He is walking as if he was falling down. But he's suggesting that he's not ready to come off yet. So the game continues. Here is Michael Ferguson trying to find Jonathan, but cut out, and Jonathan coming across winning. Here is Johnny streaming down the left side, trying to find the player in Abrams in the middle, but not getting. Here it's Austin, the shot and goal, but blocks. Picked up there by the Spartans player, but McIntyre cuts out nicely. Here is Austin now, dribbles past one, cuts inside and trying to find Johnson there, but cut out. Here is Abrahams this time, and Ricketts.
Penalty. The penalty has been awarded.
Wow.
Penalty has been awarded. I am kind of skeptical of what I've seen over a past couple of games, and I've seen where the medics would have gone on 10 to players, and a number of them is where a head injury were involved, and they would have signaled to the coaches to make the substitution. The players insisted that they wanted to go back on the field, and they were allowed to. And having seen what has transpired, even as near as St. Kitts in recent times, one would just hope and pray that we don't have a casualty because of a lack of responsibility, one could say.
Well, here is Johnny. And I think the power really took it past the
because that's a good penalty. That's a poor penalty.
Well,
the goalkeeper got a hand to it, and if he was more committed, he just ran up to the ball and pushed the ball straight down the net. No place. A national player or national striker, that's a poor penalty.
What's the score? Did it score?
Did it score?
Yeah.
See, oftentimes it is what we practice. We become perfect at.
No. What happened? What happened is that yes, the penalty was well struck. Yes, the goalkeeper did dive and did get a hand to it, but because it was well struck. Hence the reason why he was not able to save it.
Well, you say it's a good penalty. I said it was a poor one.
It was well.
He scored. That was the intended result. He scored, but I think that's a poor penalty.
Well taken penalty there by Johnny. Scores is at 3-0. The Spartans trying to mount cleared there by that's Marshall, but only as far as both the Spartans player. Nice pass there to Jason. And just motoring a little too quickly and stumbling and losing out there. Here's the ball is with Spartans, winning it there from Austin. Here's Spartans trying to, yes, it could still be trouble. Here's a shot and goal, but Darius is equal to the task. As the crowd trickling in Millington.
And what is nice to see, as we've been speaking and speaking about the our It's a school, predominant school team that is playing. We are seeing a number of our teachers, the secondary school teachers that are here. Even the principal is here supporting the Spartans.
Yes. Yes, the principal has interest because the goalkeeper, that's her husband's brother. Davon's brother, and we've got Avan in the crowd as well. Good to see the ladies coming in as we see the enforcers. One or two of the players just coming in. Not
well struck at all.
Not good this time at all. Wasted free kick there.
Indeed.
So it's still 3 goals to nil. I am not seeing. I've seen one person down there on the Ducks bench trying to warm up as time kicks away. Another 19 minutes into this match.
You think he's gonna get a play today?
Well, he's warming up. I would want to think that I would love to see 3 substitutes for Ducks United.
Have your hopes high.
Idea was good. Touch was just a little too heavy. He ran out of space. Marshall has to run back to his defensive position, a position that I don't think he really likes. But he has to play for the Ducks United. You've got the likes of Ken Sam. You've got the likes of Davy, Bones, and all those. It's a big throw there by Alwick Rogers. Here is Johnson. And he was held back there. Both of them were holding each other's back, and the good coverage there by the defender. And I think he might have either pulled something or just ran out of breath there.
Seem to have pulled something. Kivoy Lake. Seem to have pulled something, and medics has been called on.
So you're not missing any football, as some attention is being given to the player there, and we are into the 73rd minute of play. 3 goals to nil in favor of the Ducks United. 3 goals coming into this second half. As we know, at halftime the score was 0-0, and as we look at the uprising team on the far end warming up, I am not seeing the enforcers. So whether they'll just roll in and just put on the gear and just...
Well, I've seen a number of them. The enforcers, they're here. I've seen a number of them. They went to the dressing room, and we are going to see the first substitution for Ducks United.
First substitution for Ducks United, we'll see...
Corner coming in there, heads going up. Shot coming straight back across to Ricketts. Ricketts picks the ball up. Ricketts, get you wrong, his man! What should have been a very easy top in. It went a begging. Shot
I think
by Ricketts.
The goalkeeper.
And the goalkeeper has been hurt. Yes, that shot was like it came in like a rocket from Ricketts. Saved brilliantly onto the crossbar, and the follow-up shot was an absolute mess. It went over the crossbar. He had, the goalkeeper was down. All he had to do was to just simply tap the ball into the back of the net, an open net, and he kicked it over the top.
Well, I can say that the goalkeeper there for the Spartans have really done yeoman service to his position here this evening, and we have number 8. That number 8 player. That's
is it Marshall?
No, that's Stuart
Murray. Sorry.
Number 8, Stuart Murray is coming out, and we've
Number
got
3.
number 3. Cornell Felix, number 3, Cornell Felix. And like I mentioned earlier, I think it's that Marshall has shifted to a more favorable position that he likes to play in, and has given Felix the defensive duties.
It's 2-0 in the 76th minute of play.
Not to show how happy Murray is. He's one
Clearly, he wasn't pleased when he was substituted.
You see a good ball there from Johnny to Miguel Abrams. Here is Abrams. He looks up and chips inside, but it's another penalty again.
Soft. Another penalty given away. And on the edge of the box. Yes.
Handball, yes.
On the edge of the box, this is the referee. It's a free kick.
It's a handball, yes, he handled the ball.
Is it a free kick or is it a penalty? He's going to go over to the lines.
One of the former referees there in Van Persie.
Not former, he is a fellow referee.
Well, I have not seen him referee any matches for a while now, so I'm not sure what is happening. He's gesticulating and really giving the fourth official
penalty. It is going to be a penalty.
It was foul in the box. Yeah.
Well, so says the referee.
What took so long? What was the deliberation? Foul is foul. Handball is handball.
Indeed. And so it's going to be an opportunity for them to go a 4-goal, 4-0 up.
Well, Johnny has another chance again. Millie. Three-0. Yeah. Now
that is a much better right direction. That was well struck in the corner of the net. Brilliant penalty.
Yes, because the keeper dived to the other side.
That is a much better penalty than the last one that he took.
How could you determine that? The keeper dove to the next side. So
even the keeper had gone to the correct side, that was executed perfectly way in the corner. He had absolutely no chance.
The desired outcome is that the ball ended up in the back of
it was executed well. And this is going to be a red card. Yes. Yes, a red card. Given to the coach. Red card given to the coach.
I told you Van Persie has given up refereeing. I don't think Van Persie referees anymore because his behavior is...
He has been given a straight red.
And we are into the 79th minute of play. 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United. We've just seen a red card being handed to the coach and former referee of, or I should say referee of the...
he's not a former referee. He is a referee.
Well, my sources and my investigation has given me other information. So, so that's certainly needs to an infringement for handball is a handball. If it's foul, it's foul. You have to be, and here's some substitute number 12 coming on.
Well,
you see a big kick coming over, only the head of McIntyre, and losing out there was Ricketts. Here is McIntyre being hounded there. Jonathan scored 2 goals, trying to thread the needle there to Abrahams, but not getting it. Here is Gishard, but he's been manhandled there. And a big clearance, and it's going to be a throw in there. Here is Ricketts. Finding Abrams. Abrams dribbles past one, cuts into the box, going for the byline, and looks up, and not a good pass at all.
At the end of this play, I want to ask you a question, Tony, and it has nothing to do with football.
Here is a big clearance upfield, but only as far as the boot of Austin, who controls and comes all the way back to Passion, who finds McIntyre, who just loops over field, but cut out there by the defense there for the Spartans FC. Here is Spartans FC on the attack, and trying to find Lloyd there, but cut out there by Michael Ferguson. We are into the 82nd minute of play. It's 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United, and they are taking on this evening the Spartans FC. If you have just joined us, we want to say welcome. And here is a true pass, but almost cut out there as Marshall, and did all the hard work, but couldn't get the direction into the back.
All right, Tony. So my question to you is, well, at the moment, if you're aware that the West Indies has started their campaign against Australia today, and batting first against Australia, a new look Australia team, yet a strong Australia setup. They are 48 for 3. 48 for 3 in a 10th over, and I'm not sure how you see that Puran is a captain.
Puran is the captain. Well, they've decided to give. You're not missing any football. Your player has been given some treatment over on the far side. Is that Marshall?
Yes.
Well, it's, they are trying different things. They've given themselves some 15 matches to get things right as they.
Well, the minute man is going to come on. Believe it or not, going to get a run.
Well, he has got what? 7 minutes and injured time to get a touch. And,
this is man.
I hope he doesn't run himself into the ground because
I enjoy seeing the minute man on the park. When he gets on the park, he runs like you have an animal caged, and then when you let it go, it just keep running up and down. That's what the minute man does.
Well, he's getting an opportunity. He's getting an opportunity here to be a part of the final moments of this game, as we still seeing the treatment being done over there to the player who has been down for quite a while, and certainly that's going to be his final moment. So number 15, the Minuteman, Remy Minute, he will take the place of DeAndre Marshall, and not even sure whether or not he's been given the all cue, but Minute is on the field. He's got 6 minutes and whatever injury time left, just a little more than 5 minutes and some. Well, here is Ducks United and the captain McIntyre finding is that wickets. Who finds try to find try to find Minute, but eluding the boots, the outstretched boot of Minute. And here is a quick corner taken. Here's Doctor in a shot on goal, but the goalkeeper, I think,
equal to the
would have
task,
equal to
very
the task,
equal
but
to the task.
good shot there, good low drive there by Miguel Abraham. So it's 4-0 in favor of the Ducks United, and seeing where the Spartans have lost the services of their coach on the touchline. Here is Miguel. Finds wickets to McIntyre to wickets. Ricketts going further field to Smiles, but the goalkeeper in Carty equal to the task. It tosses it on the outside to Lloyd, who's speeding down the left. He's into the attacking third. Lloyd still looks up, cuts back and squares inside. Here is
Rennie.
Spartans still trying to get a shot off, but this time been pushed away there by the Ducks United. Here is Spartans again coming away with it. So they're still playing, even though they have been trailing some 4-0. They're still trying to play. And here is McIntyre trying to get away, but the ball is find the boots of Lantern, who clears, and it's going to be an infringement there on the part of Jonathan. As we see another substitute.
That's Tariq Brooks, who's going to making his way on, and that is for number 17. And
They say is that another? Are we seeing another change? What's the hold up?
glasses.
Seeing the so much.
He's wearing glasses onto the field, and so the referees send him off with his glasses. And that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, see a shot. Another long shot again. I see Coach Van Post is in the stands. Here is, and
well, I'm not quite sure. I think that glasses need to be sent over to the referee's assistant.
Oh well.
Because that's possible to be an offside.
Well, we just see a player been asked to take the glasses off, and now you're saying that the referee's assistant on the far side needs glasses. So, but it's what it is. The call has been made. Here is Gishad. Here is Ducks United still trying to get you, but it's knocked out there by the defense there for the Spartans. The ball is with Ducks. Here is Austin. It looks very speedy on the right. Here is Austin. He cuts back, and there's a shot on goal, but saved well there by the goalkeeper. Really good save there.
Good save,
Really
good defending, good football.
Good defending, yes. And time is winding out, and I don't think the Minuteman has touched the ball as yet.
Well, the fact that he's on the field, he will feel good.
Yeah, no,
He has. They may have to give him a throw in order for him to touch the ball.
he's not touched the ball as yet. So
7 minutes. Wow. Well, that is almost half of an half.
7 minutes. Well,
it's enough time for Spartans to score 1 goal.
it's given 7 more minutes to get a touch. It's been interesting to find out from the. It'd be interesting to find out who gives the orders for the minutes to be put on.
The referee.
The referee?
The referee does, yes.
Good move, nice move.
I told you it is enough to pull one back.
Oh no! Lloyd, is that Lloyd?
That was Rennie. That was Rennie. Guilty there. The guilty party.
Well, yes, Minute has gotten his first touch and his first pass. The gentleman. Here is Minute.
There is Minute. This is what I'm saying. Look at where the goalkeeper is.
You remember I was telling you the player I was getting mixed up with against the attackers match? That's the gentleman over there. Right?
And that's Rennie.
Yeah, and I was saying he has recovered, so he has looked remarkably well from what I have known, and I had to go look. I had left the booth and went to look at the player, and when I tapped him on his shoulder, and when he looked up, I said, "Oh, I know it was a mistake because I can't see somebody transform that so quickly, So we see a player is down. What do you think of the 7 minutes? Do you think that the referee should have just said, okay, well, this game is done and dusted. Can we just get it over
think
with?
So, I've looked at the Copa America, had an opportunity looking at a number of games and the Euro qualifiers, and like what you say, you didn't see that a lot of minutes, even though there were a lot of stoppages at times. Once the game was out of
Reach, in the
out of
context of
reach,
the
this amount of minutes wasn't given at all, and so a team is down. What is the likelihood of a team being down 4 goals, coming back and scoring to equal the game? What is there to play for more than an injury? We saw that in Doc's game, Doc's first game, when they played the Predators, when the coach at that time refused to make substitution, and a number of our players got injured.
Yes, I remember that, yes. Well, he must have learned his lesson, and how many substitutes has been made? 2 so far?
3 substitutions. It was 3.
3? 2. We had Stuart Murray coming off and Marshall.
Wow.
We are looking at the just down below of us, and
one more substitution is going to be made.
we're looking at another substitute to be made. Seeing the referee is close to our touchline. I'm not too sure. He's talking to his.
He's going to get a card.
Interesting. Vince is not playing but getting a card.
He could get red. You know, I don't know what it is about Sam. Sam is, you know, a magnet. A magnet picks up a metal.
Yeah.
That is how Sam draws cards, both red and yellow to himself.
Wow. That's what it is. And we're going to see a substitute. Substitute. We see who is coming out. All right, so it's Steve Austin is coming out for nice move, good move from that line. And keeper collects. And tosses it out to is that Remy? Remy has gone on the far side.
No, that's Thomas. That play. He's gonna get a card. Yes. No. That's the fourth time that the referee would have had to speak to him, and the referee said, "No, I am not gonna speak it now," and he gets a card. But from what we're seeing, is that the enforcers only have 8 players. That's what I'm seeing there. Or 9 players. Some 9 players are very much not playing they are not holding their own so far. We have seen Diamond FC defeated them in their last outing here, right here.
Well, they did
2-0.
They did say in the meeting that if the league goes, as the league continues further, that it was going to be difficult for them to be fielding a team. So, they can give me a shot for this evening. I can certainly play maybe about 45 minutes.
Tony looking to be a cheater.
Here's Darius holding the ball and
want to go on the field to ensure that the enforcers lose and gets further away from Lions.
I'm Limers, you know. I'm a Limers player.
And so you will want people to believe.
Into the final,
not because Limers begin with L and Lions begin with L. You are a Lions man, not a Limers man.
I'm a Limers man. I'm a Limers.
Well, we have had the 7 minutes. Anytime now we can have the final whistle. It's Ducks United coming away to this one. 4-0 is the score line, and that play, that spectator was so correct when he said that the score line is going to be 4-0 at the end of a full time. The referee looks at his watch, puts his whistle in his mouth, and says, "I've seen enough." Well, it's a free kick.
It's the end of the game.
That's the end of the game.
And I'm seeing
that's the end of the game.
That Van Persie has gotten a red card. Huh?
He was given a red card, so he clearly should not be on the field. He should be in the dressing room.
He's walking like he's going to confront somebody. So there you had it, gentlemen, ladies, viewers. We thank you for viewing. That's the end of our first match. It's the Ducks United playing in the goal and the blue, coming away 4-0 in over the Spartans, who will certainly need to go back to the drawing board and work on some things where they can at least gain some points here, Millington.
Well, it is interesting. It is interesting. Tony, to see some of the things that as in our football. And nonetheless, I believe that the referee calls what they see. You understand? The referee call what they see and stands by what they call. And so, regardless of we see it differently, or the coach sees it differently, at the end of the day, we need to respect the referee's call. You know, we can, as commentators, we can say what we feel, but at the end of the day, the referee call has to be respected. And as coaches, we have to be mindful as to the way we react to calls made by official, because just like what we saw today, it can put a spin on our team, because it was left that there was no assistant coach on the bench, and the coach was given a red card.
Yes, as I say, good evening to Doc. Yeah, your team certainly could have dealt with your exposés here, but that's the end of our first match. It was Ducks United overcoming the Spartans by 4-0. We look forward to joining you in just a bit when we bring you a featured match for this evening, the Uprising FC versus the Enforcers. Thank you for listening, and join us momentarily.